Caruso. Head coach of the Dolphins is Jason Madsen. The assistant coach is Jean Marie Lewandowski. Now the starters for your Baruch College Bearcats from Huntington Beach, California, number 2, Stephen Roach. From Port Washington, New York, number 3, Stephen Lopez. From Cherry Hill, New Jersey, number 8, Jacob Arashaw Williams. From Old Whitney, New York, number 10, Brandon Murphy. From Lakeview, New York, number 13, Nicholas Williams. From Northport, New York, number 15, Ryan Pink. And the Liberos from Stony Brook, New York, number 8, Riancos Severensis. And from Fayside, New York, number 14, Hendon Lee. And the assistant coaches, Erwin Ramirez. Now let's play ball.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Arc Arena here on the campus of Baruch College for today's CUNY Athletic Conference matchup between your Bearcats of Baruch College against the Dolphins from the College of Staten Island. This is the first meeting between these teams this season. They're actually scheduled to play twice. The second time later this season will be a non-conference matchup. But this first game tonight counts for the CUNYAC standings. Staten Island comes into the game with a 3-7 overall record, 1-2 in CUNYAC. The Bearcats come in at 4-9 overall, 3-0 in CUNYAC. So we're going to get started here in a moment. Bearcats, of course, looking to continue their strong start in the CUNY Athletic Conference at 3-0. Bearcats have been to the CUNYAC Finals for the past 10 to 11 years, and they'll be looking to continue that streak. This year, Hunter College is hosting the CUNYAC Championships uptown, up at the Hunter Sportsplex. Saw today that Hunter in the AFCA rankings were ranked number 11. So a CUNY school is back in the rankings after about an absence of about a year when you take into account all the CUNY schools, including the Bearcats. So we'll get going here. Adid El Haddad will get it going here. Baruch versus Staten Island. Godino. And they can't dig it out. Bearcats start the game right off with the winning point. Stephen Roach will serve. Point Baruch. 2-0 Bearcats. And it's point Staten Island who get it on the error, so 2-1 Bearcats. Busy week in Baruch Athletics. Men's tennis will be in action tonight. They've got a late start tonight at 8 o'clock against Yeshiva University. That's out at the Binghamton Racquetball Tennis Ball Courts out in Edgewater, New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away. Point Bearcats 3-1. That's a short trip from the George Washington Bridge. The baseball team is in Fort Myers, Florida this week. And they'll play their first game tomorrow against Swarthmore College at 12 p.m. Too long. Point Staten Island 3-2. blocked. Point Baruch. And just mentioning about baseball, again, they'll be playing Swarthmore tomorrow. They'll play doubleheader against Anna Maria on Thursday, and the Bearcats have made this a yearly trip to go down south. And when you look at the weather forecast for later this week, they're calling for snow on Friday here in the New York City area. The Bearcats did themselves right with this yearly trip. And the Bearcats get the point, 5-2. Godino. Not much Staten Island could do on that one. 6-2 Bearcats. The Baruch softball team's off to a fantastic start. Best start in team history. Bearcats 3-1. Bearcats traveled down to Virginia Beach, Maryland, where it was quite chilly from talking to some of the girls on the softball team. Here's Staten Island. Gets it blocked, managed to get it over. Lopez. And another point for the Bearcats, 7-2. Bearcats went down there. They only lost one game, and it wasn't a very close one against Eastern. But the Bearcats defeated Cobleskill, Notre Dame of Maryland, and Lancaster Bible. And they're now 3-1, so good start there. Congratulations to the Baruch Bearcats softball team and head coach Melanie Pellegrino. Bearcats are also averaging 9 runs a game. And Godino gets a hand on the ball. Is it going to be saved? Too far in the back. Point Staten Island, 7-3. The winter sports have concluded. So at this point now we are on full-fledged spring sports with men's tennis, softball, baseball, and of course men's volleyball. The annual athletic awards dinner this year for all the student athletes and staff and VIPs on campus is scheduled for May the 18th. Staten Island sends it over. And another point, this time Stephen Roach, the California native. And Bearcats are up 8-3. Sent over, Brendan Murphy. And point Baruch. We'll be back here on YouTube, Baruch Athletic Fan, on Friday night. The Bearcats volleyball team will be in action hosting Medaille College of Buffalo. The Mavericks coming in town for 3 games on a weekend trip to New York City. Point Baruch. So they'll be here to begin their first game of their 3-game road trip against the Bearcats. Of course, again, what's admission here at Baruch College is free of charge, and of course, you can also watch it here live in HD on Baruch Athletic Fan. And Staten Island with the point. Dolphins hanging tough, 8-6 early. Coach Jason Madsen coming out to encourage his team. Here comes Lopez. And the Bearcats now 9-6. Here's Lopez with the serve. And hits the top. It hits the ceiling. It's still in play. And Point Baruch on that one, 10-6. Very little you can do about that one. Here's Lopez with the serve. Oh, a little tricky play there. Adil Hal Haddad. Here's one for the highlight reel. 10-7. Daniel Kovovitsky
will
will serve, looking to keep Staten Island in the match. And double block, but the ball is over. 11-7. So Ryan Pape, freshman from Northport, New York, will serve. Pape with the save. And Gaudino uses his athleticism and manages to find the sweet open spot and gets the point, 12-7. And this one is a little bit too strong, 12-8. College of Staten Island coming off a pretty good week. Their men's and women's basketball teams participated this past week in the NCAA tournament. They also have a very, very strong softball, as well as, of course, baseball program, a terrific stadium. Point Bearcats, they used to be the home of the minor league Staten Island franchise before they moved to the stadium by the water out in Staten Island. So Staten Island in the midst of a good run. Digged out. Lopez into the net. So the error gives Staten Island a 13-9 lead. Bearcats, of course, play 4 days this week. Thursday, they're going out to play St. Joseph's College of Patchogue. That's a brand new volleyball program in the men. And you know they'll be pretty good with all the Long Island talent. And the ball is hit out, 13-10. Bearcats with a lot of errors here in the early going, giving Staten Island some much-needed points. And then, of course, we mentioned Friday night the Bearcats will be at home against Medaille. And then Saturday, CUNYAC tri-match. And Ladybug. Jacob Marichal Rudin, nicknamed Ladybug, gets the big kill, 14-10. And Sunday, of course, CUNYAC tri-match will be hosted by York College. And that'll feature Medgar Evers. Bearcats at 2 p.m. will play Medgar, followed by the late afternoon 4 p.m. game against York College. Bearcats setting up. Gaudino sends it over. And they're going to give the point.
No point, do over.
So a replay, no point. Staten Island coach Matson looking at the refs. Not sure if he agreed with that. And into the net, 14-11. After this week's games, the Bearcats will be home next Thursday night. They'll have a 6 p.m. home contest against Kane University, the Cougars. Anthony Vigilante, junior from Staten Island, New York, via St. Joseph's by the Sea, is going to serve. Ladybug gets the point. 15-11.
Point for the Bearcats, 15-11.
And I guess a swing and a miss on that one. Point Baruch, 16-11.
Number 6, Irish Irish serve.
So Ladybug will serve. And he'll get the ace, 17-11. Quiet day on campus today. A lot of rain in the city. Supposed to really warm up the next few days before it really goes downhill this weekend.
Nice.
Lopez Staten Island manages to keep it in play. There's Lopez again. And this time a block. Staten Island, number 13, Daniil Kukovitsky. Nice play there by the junior from Brooklyn, New York. Attended Brooklyn Tech High School. 17-12. Gaudino to Murphy. Here's Lopez. Point Baruch, 18-12. Brendan Murphy will serve. Bearcats up 18-12. Digged out. Lopez. And ball handling error on that one. 19-12. Bearcats. 7-point lead, their biggest lead of the match here in the first set so far. And another point for the Bearcats, 20-12. Head coach Kevin Edwards in his first season for the Bearcats. Previous to this, he was an assistant at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and has also coached in different places around CUNY, such as City Tech and McGregor's. And point Staten Island, 20-13. Many of the Baruch alumni are familiar with Kevin and his background. So he came to Baruch very recognizable among the Baruch volleyball community. Ryan Pape stays in, 21-13. Ace. Steven Lopez with the ace.
22-13.
Number 9, Mark Palencia, sophomore from the Philippines, attended Curtis High School. It's the second time this set. He's gone up against a double block and managed to get the ball to go through for the point. Bearcats in the early going. Lopez leads the team with 5 kills. Gaudino. Staten Island saves it, but it goes off the ceiling to the far side of the net. And they're going to call it out. So 23-14. 13 assists so far for Brendan Murphy. Kyriakos Simitarzides with 3 digs. Valencia again. Here comes Gaudino, little sneak shot. Timed it perfectly, very little that Staten Island could do on that one. And that's set point now for the Bearcats as Ryan will now look to close out the first set. And into the net. So Wood will wait. 24-15. So Adil El Haddad is going to look to keep Staten Island alive. Here to serve in the first set. Here's Murphy, sets up Gaudino. And he manages to keep it inside the line. And the Bearcats wrap up the first set with a 25-15 opening set win to take a 1-0 lead. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on break for about 2.5 minutes. We'll be right back for the second set here. CUNYAC men's volleyball match in the Arc Arena.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
For the love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference. For the love
Welcome back to the second set here in the Arc Arena. The Baruch Bearcats win the first set 25-15, taking on the College of Staten Island Dolphins.
So good, John.
Thank you, VG. Bearcats, of course, been playing volleyball here at Baruch for over 25 years. For Staten Island, I believe this is their third year as a program, and ever since the NCAA went to having the NCAA tournament, about 4 years ago, once they reached 56 men's volleyball programs at Division III, that's when they established the NCAA tournament. And since then, it seems like every year, a bunch of schools are adding men's volleyball. It's actually rather a good sport to add. Most people have, of course, a gym. So when you talk about most of the volleyball is played after the winter sports, it really makes a lot of sense. And as a result, the men's volleyball tournament now features, last I remember, 10. There was talk of 12 teams. And the serve is long. Staten Island starts the second set with the first point. CUNY, of course, winner in the CUNYAC tournament, gets an automatic berth. And that's what the teams play for. Way too strong on that one. And we're tied 1-1 on some early service errors. And another acrobatic play that time by Adil. But this time the Bearcats were attentive. And dug out by Summer Tazidis. Nice play. Lopez will send it over. Here's Roach, sets up Murphy. And from behind, Godino. But Staten Island manages to keep it in play. And Palencia gets the point. The Bearcats find themselves trailing 2-1 here early in the second set.
Number 13, Daniel Kukovitsky will serve.
big guy, Daniil Kovovitsky. Sets it up. Here comes Lopez. And point Baruch, 2-2. Lopez has been the busy man tonight.
Game is tied at 2 and 4 Baruch, number 6.
So Ladybug from Cherry Hill, New Jersey is going to serve. And they say that one of the Bearcats touched it. Staten Island stays in the lead at 3-2 here in the second set. And Lopez with yet another kill. And it ties again. This is the third tie here in the second set, tied at 3-3. Brendan Murphy will serve. Sends it over. And Palencia again. Nothing Murphy could do about that one. Dolphins back up on top, 4-3. Murphy sets up Lopez. And we're tied for the fourth time, 4-4. And this time Lopez will serve. Into the net, 5-4 Staten Island. And Steven Caruso, a sophomore from Staten Island out of Tottenville, 5'10" sophomore, will serve. And Point Godino tied again, 5-5. So Ryan Pape will serve. Tried to sneak it over, but Godino got to it. Sent over. And Murphy will set up Roach again. And they're going to say the ball is out. Lopez was trying to get the official to change his mind, but they never do. Godino, 6-6, our sixth tie of the second set. Dug out. Sent over. Murphy will set up Ladybug. And Ladybug gets the kill and gives the Bearcats their first lead here in the second set, 7-6. Stephen Roach will serve, the junior from Huntington Beach, California. And blocked, but the ball went out of play. And for the seventh time, we're tied 7-7. And give Godino the attack on that one. 8-7. Palencia. Iliakis saves it. Here's Lopez. And the Bearcats lead 9-7. First time this second set that any team has managed to build a 2-point lead. And the Bearcats are the recipient of that 2-point lead, 9-7. Gaudino looking to build on it. Gaudino with a little sneak one there, but the Bearcats caught up to it. And this one is going to be hit too long, 9-8.
Serving is number 13, Manuel Kukovitsky.
Kukovitsky will now serve. Junior from Brooklyn Tech High School. There's Murphy to Lopez. And they say it went too long. So for the 8th time here in the second set, we are now tied at 9-9. Good match. And the Bearcats take the 1-point lead again, 10-9.
Serving will be number 6, Jacob Parashah-Rooney.
Sent over. Here's Lopez again. And add another a kill to the total. Looking at the stats. So here are the stats. Steven Lopez with 10 kills hitting .483. Nicholas Gaudino with 9 kills hitting even better, .615. And then Ladybug, Jacob Marichal-Rudin with 4 kills, he's hitting .600. 24 assists for Brendan Murphy. We are midway through the second set, so he's got a good amount there. And as far as aces go, Lopez with 2. And as far as digs go, 4 for Roach. For Staten Island in the kill column, Palencia leads the way with 5. El Haddad, 20. He's said 28 times, got 8 assists.
The state of our country.
And those are the main numbers for the College of Staten Island.
Why don't you sing for us? No, you. He's got such a good health.
And Staten Island gets the point, 11-10.
Serving is number 1, El Haddad.
And point Baruch, 12-10.
Number 10, Brendan Murphy, the serve.
Murphy is going to take the serve for the Bearcats here. He, of course, already with 24 assists. And he went over. And the Bearcats now with their biggest lead here in the second set of 13-10. And another point for the Bearcats now. Biggest lead now, 14-10. This, of course, is again the first of 2 meetings this season between these 2 teams. This is, of course, the CUNYAC contest. Teams will meet again at Staten Island on Thursday, March the 30th. And it's in, 14-11.
Staten Island, 11. Serving is number 9, Palencia.
So Palencia will serve. He's been the top point getter for Staten Island this evening.
Point for the Dolphins. They trail 14-12.
And point Dolphins. 14-12. And hit too long. 15-12.
15-12. Serving is number 3, Stephen Lopez.
Nice save there by Summer Terzides. And Roach finds the open spot, the sweet spot on the court. No Staten Island player to be found. And the Bearcats now are up 16-12. Here goes Godino. And the Bearcats now 17-12. Surprised we're not seeing a timeout by Staten Island. Bearcats now starting to build up with all the momentum. Blocked. Pape and Roach. 18-12, and now looks like Staten Island will call that timeout. No, actually disregard that. He came off the bench. He had his hands in motion, but we're going to continue play here. And the Bearcats now are building up their biggest lead here in the second set, 19-12. So Stephen Lopez has been the main man tonight, attacking, and he's also been doing a lot of damage with the aces. This time, though, he goes a little bit too long, 19-13.
19-13. Serving will be number 20, Stephen Caruso.
There's Caruso with the serve. Here's Roach. Nothing Caruso could do about that one. They just hit too hard. And it's 20-13. Bearcats already up 1-0, 25-15 in the first set. And they are en route now, looking to make it 2-0 here with a 7-point lead. Here's Pape. And there's one error there. 21-13. And nice play there by Ryan Pape to keep it in play. Roach manages to send it over, and he's rewarded with the point. And he does a little celebration running around the court. Why not? That was a good play. So 22-13, 9-point lead. And Staten Island comes right back with the good point, 22-14. Brandon Lee, a junior from Staten Island, New York, out of Staten Island Technical. Correction, Brandon Lee. Roach. This time they managed to save it. Lopez. And Godino that time falls on the play too. But he's okay. But Adil El Haddad when running out of the stands, and now he's being looked at by the trainer. Probably hard to see that there on the video screen, but he is now behind the Staten Island bench being examined. 22-15 here in the second set. And it looks like he's okay. So we're back to play here. So now both teams looking at the official, trying to figure out who got the last point. And it's the Bearcats to serve. It's one of those distractions that everybody forgot who had the last point. But they looked at the scoring on the table and they were able to confirm that the last point went to Baruch. And now they're going to have a conversation about it. I remember 22-14. So now the officials are going to continue to talk. I'm going to take a look at the play-by-play here and see what we can dig up. And according to the scoring at 22-15, there was an attack error by Staten Island and made it 22-15. And they're going to say that the last point was to Staten Island. So now they've added a point, 22-16. Here's Roach. So Roach gives the Bearcats a 23-15 lead. So the correct score is 23-15. And a little bit too strong. 23-16. And that one is out. So the Bearcats now are at set point, 24-16, and Nicholas Gaudino is going to look to put a wrap here on the second set. And a little bit too strong, out, 24-17. And Krugovitsky now look to use some of his power serving to get some points. Served out by Godino. And the Bearcats get the 25th point, and they capture the second set, 25-17. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes as we enter the second set break.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
The game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference. For the love of the game.
Welcome everybody here to the third set in the Arc Arena. The Bearcats up 2-0 by virtues of 25-15 and a 25-17 set win. And the Bearcats will look to close this out here against the Dolphins. And right off the bat, Godino picks up a kill. Very little that Zeben Guala could do on that one. Taking a look at the latest statistics. Stephen Roach, 6 kills. Steven Lopez, 10 kills. Nicholas Godino, 11 kills, hitting .562 and 29 assists. For Brendan Murphy. If you've got the chance to go online, visit BruchAthletics.com to follow the live stats link. And Samuel Ribideau sends it over. Still in play. Ladybug sends it over. Tied 1-1. And nice play by Godino that time to keep it in play. And the Dolphins take the lead. Nathaniel Chin that time hitting into the net. So Palencia, who's been the top attacker this evening for the College of Staten Island, he will serve here with the 2-1 lead. Ladybug. Palencia manages to dig it out. And Samuel Ribideau, native of Rochester, New York, takes care of business on that one to tie the set at 2-2. Godino will now serve. Sent over, Kyriakis to Chin. Bit of a rally going here. And this one hit too hard. Staten Island thought that perhaps one of the Bearcats got their hand on it, but the official didn't see it, so Bearcats now take the 3-2 lead. Nice save by Sam Ribideau. And the point is going to go to Staten Island, and we're tied at 3-3. We mentioned, of course, after tonight on Thursday, the Bearcats will be at St. Joseph's College of Patchogue out in Long Island. Friday, they'll be back here at home against Medaille College of Buffalo. That one is too far. 4-3 Bearcats. Saturday, they will head out to Jamaica, Queens, with the CUNYAC tri-match hosted by York. Bearcats will take on Medgar Evers at 2 o'clock, and then the host of the tri-match, York, at 4 o'clock. Ryan Pop. Staten Island manages to keep it in play. Ribideau with a big hit, but wasn't able to get anything out of it. And this ball goes a little bit too long, and we're tied at 4. And the Bearcats will be back home a week from Thursday to take on Kane University, the Cougars, in a 6 p.m. matchup. Remind you can follow us on social media. The keyword is Baruch Athletics, and you can use those 2 words to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and yes, Snapchat. And big hit by the Bearcats, and they're back up again by 1. 5-4, Bearcats now will bring in Aaron Kim, the freshman out in Long Island, Plainview, New York. Attended the same high school as Nicholas Godino. Palencia, saved by Kim. Kyriakis is going to send it over. A deal with a smart play there. He's made a few of those tonight. A lot of credit. Adil El Haddad, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, Fort Hamilton's had a few acrobatic plays tonight. He plays much bigger than his 5'8" height. And point Staten Island. Staten Island now up 6-5. Roach. Very little Palencia could do with that one. Hit too hard. And we're tied again at 6 here in the third set. Baruch College up 2-0. And double block by Pap and Roach. 7-6. Kim is going to set up Godino. And Godino gets it over and picks up the point. 8-6. This time, no double block on that one. 8-7. Staten Island not playing with any libero tonight. Actually, they are. Didn't play much in the first game. And point Baruch, 9-7. And the libero will come back in. Yeah. And point Staten Island, 9-8.
It's Baruch now, and Staten Island 8. Number 1, Adil El Haddad will serve.
Roach.
Point for Stephen Roach and the Bearcats lead 10-8.
10-8 Bearcats.
Serving for Baruch will be number 2, Stephen Roach. It's the Bearcats 10, Dolphins 9.
10-9.
Palencia will serve.
Palencia will serve for the Dolphins. And we got ourselves a tie at 10. And Godino, another kill, 11-10. Kyriakis and Ladybug. And Bearcats 12-10. Ladino will serve. ace for the Bearcats. Their biggest lead here in the third set, 13-10. Bearcats now with their biggest lead here in the third set, 14-10. With some momentum, Godino going to continue his run here of aces. Into the net, 15-10. Out of play, 16-10. So the Bearcats are starting to roll here. Saved in, nice play by Staten Island. And a nice kill by Samuel Ribideau, 17-10. Bearcats 8 points away from clinching the sweep. Looking for their 5th win of the regular season. And most importantly, going 4-0 in CUNYAC. And Randon Teasby, Ronald Teasby that time, couldn't keep it in play, 18-10. Godino, Teasby digs it out. And it's hit out, 19-10. No timeout called by Staten Island. The Bearcats will continue the momentum here. And a double block. Ribideau and Ladybug, 20-10. This is the Bearcats' biggest lead here in the match, tying actually their first set total of 25-15, 10-point lead, 10-point win. And they've got a 10-point lead here now in the third set. And make that 11. 21-10, 4 points away from the sweep. Again, he was on the line, 22-10, 3 points away for the Bearcats. Just a reminder, our next broadcast will be this Friday night here. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, Baruch Athletic Fan. Bearcats will be taking on the Mavericks from Medaille College in Buffalo. And an error there gives Staten Island the point, 22-11. Vigilante now will serve. Into the net, 23-11. So Ryan Papel coming to the game for the Libero Kyriakis. And in to serve for the Bearcats. Well, coming into the game for the Bearcats will be number 11, Artem Zekin. And serving for the Bearcats will be Ladybug. Palencia. Ribideau. No doubt about that one. Match point, Baruch, 24-11. Staten Island had some good moments in this game, particularly in the second set, but the Bearcats were able to pull away, and so far the third set has been the real set that the Bearcats have dominated. Ribideau. Chin sends it over. Still in play here. Palencia hits it too long. And on that note, the Bearcats get their 25th point. And they'll record the CUNYAC win, 3-0. 25-15, 25-17, 25-11. The Bearcats taking the sweep over the Dolphins from the College of Staten Island. Quick look at the stats. Godino is going to finish with 15 kills, hitting .619. Lopez finishes with 10 kills, hitting .412. Roach finishes with 8 kills. Ladybug 5. Brendan Murphy, 29 assists. Diggs, Godino had 7. Summer Terzidis had 9. And also 2 blocks, total blocks for Ryan Pape. So that wraps up the CUNYAC volleyball match here tonight from York Arena. Folks, thanks you for joining us. And we'll see you Friday night at 6 o'clock, Bearcats versus Medaille College.